Alright, okay, if you have it all planned out, then go for it. Bro.
And we're recording.
Bro.
Alright. Well, hello and welcome to the Turbo Newscast, finally. We've been in pre-show for the last 40 minutes, so...
Yeah. What's today's date? November 29th.
29th. The first...
For the next 20 minutes.
First Turbo Newscast after Thanksgiving. Woo!
Ooh, hope you're all still full.
Okay, so... It's been, what, 9 days since the last one? Because we did the last stream on Tuesday?
Last was on Tuesday.
Okay. So, had a lot of news since Tuesday. Not enough news, because I kind of had to pad out Section 1, but we've had a lot of news. We've had some news. Of course, the biggest news out of anywhere, obviously, is we're on toasterpig.tv!
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Yeah!
Now, technically, we were on toasterpig.tv as of the last stream. There was just nothing on toasterpig.tv for us to advertise, so I figured... Meh.
Boo! Lame.
But,
now we actually have something on there. So
yeah.
You can go watch last week's if you missed it.
Yes, our videos are still on YouTube, but they will also be cross-posted to toasterpig.tv.
Yes.
So go check us out.
Go check us out.
If you're interested or bored or any of the above.
Or you just missed us.
Or
you really wanted to see us.
Or if you felt like giving us ad revenue. Although, if you just felt like giving us money, give us money. It's faster.
It's a
we
lot
have to
faster.
wait until we make $100 from ads.
Yeah, it's a damn lot faster if you just give it to us. So now
Uh,
that we've hoarded ourselves out,
now that we've got the whoring
surprisingly, we've
us
hoarded
out.
ourselves out on our own stream.
Yeah, big shocker. Now, of course, as much as we would like that to be big, game-changing news in the industry, we have all of 9 people watching us right now. That's not that much of a splash.
We have 10 on my end.
Well, in actual industry news,
Yay.
we had a couple of days pass last week. We had, well, first off, we had the obvious one, the reason we didn't stream on Thursday, Thanksgiving. Kind of a big one.
Yeah, that happened.
But more important for Section 1, we had Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, those are things.
The holidays you don't want.
The holidays have begun. Well, have continued. Well, Christmas has
continued.
begun.
Black Friday was basically Christmas.
Black Friday is kind of inverse Christmas.
It basically is, yeah. It's like Christmas is all happy and joyful, and then Black Friday is kill everyone you can for that $1 off.
Exactly. So, yes, we've got some Black Friday stats,
I think that we should have streamed on Black Friday, and then just as news came in of people getting hurt in shopping malls, we should have just streamed that.
I don't think it would have flowed in fast enough for that to be useful.
I kind of wish it did now.
Also, I was kind of busy being a glutton on
yeah, okay.
on Friday.
All right.
I was busy with all the noms. But yes, we do have some sales stats, and of course, being part 1 of Section 1, they're related to video games. So, the Xbox 360, according to Microsoft...
Oh my gosh. Is this reals?
During Black Friday, they sold 720,000 units during Black Friday. That's pretty good.
and none of them were to me.
Yeah. They sold 720,000 units during Black Friday, 750,000 units during the whole week of Black Friday, and that outsold the Wii U almost 2 to 1.
Well, I mean, if the price of the 360 was the $6 that that lady's holding in her hands, then yeah, I would buy one.
Out of curiosity, how much time did you devote to counting how much money she's holding?
I'm pretty good at counting things that people hold in their hands. I don't
Okay.
know what, that's a really specific talent of mine, but
So you'd
yes,
be good at like those how many jelly beans are in this jar
if
puzzles
they were
if they
holding
were
them.
holding them.
If they were holding the jar, yes.
Okay. But yes, the Wii U sold about 400,000 units during their launch week, which that's decent. I'll give them that.
Yeah,
It's good numbers.
put that in
Um,
my resume.
Microsoft, however, said Halo 4 exceeded expectations with impressive sales the week of Black Friday. Um, they also singled out Xbox Live Gold, saying that subscription card sales increased more than 50% compared to last year. Um, they also note incredible activity on Xbox over the weekend. More than 14 million people on Xbox Live just on Sunday alone, which is mind-blowingly 72 million hours of use in just one day.
Well, to be fair, I played 72 million hours of Tomb Raider on that day, so, you know,
Yeah.
you don't believe me?
You've created a time paradox.
Sorry about that.
Look what you've
Hi,
done. You
Neko.
killed us all. Okay. Well, it's not all sparkles and sunshine and horsies.
I was that
And
Sparkle Sunshine and Horses? I thought it was just a sales number.
it was sparkles, sunshine, and horsies for Microsoft.
Well, for Microsoft maybe,
Exactly.
not for me. If that money had gone to us, I would be much more Sparkles and Sunshine.
Dude, that would be like unicorns. Dude, that would be amazing.
Unicorns puking rainbows.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Um. Well, like I said, it's not all good news in the world of tech. Um, UK game company Eurocom has suffered significant job cuts, and they blame, as everyone would, a quote steep decline in demand for console games unquote. Um,
Is that how it works?
Developer Eurocom has become the latest studio to announce layoffs this year, with the company reducing its staff numbers from 100 to 50. Now if you're sitting there asking yourself, wait, who's Eurocom? Don't worry, you're not alone. I saw this story and I was like, oh, that'll be good for the newscast, and then I remembered, wait, I should probably know who the fuck
Who the
Eurocom
hell
is.
is Eurocom?
Eurocom is basically known for shitty console movie games.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
I remember them now. Oh God.
They did Duke Nukem 64, and they did a couple different Mortal Kombats, but for the most part, they're shitty console movie games.
Have you ever thought that maybe, just maybe, people are like, hey, movie license games are absolute crap, and we should probably stop buying them,
Yeah,
and we should probably stop telling grandma to buy them.
they're blaming a steep decline in demand for console games, while at the same time, Black Ops 2 is still selling record numbers. Somehow I don't see that working out. no. What I see this as is a steep decline in demand for shitty console games.
That's not a bad thing.
No! That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, as gamers, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
For Eurocom, that's not such a good thing.
Well, yeah, but
So why is this not all sparkles and rainbows anymore? I don't understand.
it's not sparkles and rainbows for them.
So we're going subjectively for the people that we're talking about now.
Until I say we aren't, yes.
Oh, so next story, basically.
Pretty much.
I'm kind of interested to read this Nintendo will finally sue PETA.
Yeah, that would be
Why the
great,
hell don't
Hippie.
you have on that? Yeah,
Hippie, that would be great. Just one movie licensed game that's amazing. Just like they spend years on it, make it the best game like ever.
the best damn thing.
And then that company keeps pumping out shit.
They can make Wreck-It Ralph.
You know? I really don't want to see a video game of that.
No, me neither.
I
That
mean,
kind
it wouldn't be the same.
no. I would feel like something inside was just missing.
It would just feel a little bit exploitative. And I don't even care if that's a word or
Well, do you have any idea what companies are?
not. Well, yeah, but still.
Exploitative, that's like a market term. Let's just ruin all of our franchises and make people buy DLC of absolute crap. What am
Well,
I talking about again?
I don't know.
EA? Sorry.
Yeah, I have no idea what we were talking about. But what we are going to talk about is THQ. Some more sad news. This one, it's not exactly current. It came from beginning of the month, but it's more of a lead-in to the story after. So that's my
Okay.
excuse. I'm sticking with it.
Well, fine then.
THQ, they've been
Hey,
having
it's by
some
me.
problems. They've been having a lot of problems, actually.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah. They had their second quarter earnings call, and now, normally, earnings calls go on for a good while, about an hour or more. THQ's second quarter earnings call totaled 12 minutes. Executives rattled through the financial quarter, noted game delays, and CEO Brian Farrell concluded that the company had been, quote, advised not to conduct a question and answer session, unquote, following prepared remarks.
That's usually not a good sign.
That's not. No. And...
Well, maybe they had like an amazing robot there who recorded everything in record time.
According
No.
to sources, THQ is attempting to go private again, because right now they are publicly traded. But they have been threatened with delisting. Yeah, it's kinda bad.
Its stock is pretty low too.
Yeah, its stock is impressive. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. THQ. Alright. So,
Which is kind of sad because I like some of the
I
THQ
agree.
games.
I agree. THQ was kind of decent. Okay, so here's THQ's stock for the day. That's not going to help all that much. So we're going to zoom back to about 3 months. This, right here, is the point that you should be looking at. This is that second quarterly earnings call.
This is the sad.
That right there is amazing. That brought them down from $3 a share to, I believe, $1 a share.
That
A
is
dollar 50 a share.
That's you just lost half your value right there.
Yeah. And following that, they had a hold on aftermarket trading. Rightly so. Now, if you zoom in a little bit more, it does get a little bit nicer. And then you get to today's, today had great news. And you know why? Today, they announced the new Humble Bundle.
Yay!
And guess what it was?
Humbling.
The Humble THQ Bundle.
Yay!
Pay what you want for Darksiders, Metro 2033, Company of Heroes, all of its expansions, and if you beat the average, Saints Row the fucking Third.
Well, I only know of one of those games.
So, yeah, I paid $5.32 for Saints Row, Darksiders, Metro 2033, Red Faction Armageddon, Company of Heroes, and all of its expansions.
Saints Row the Third
awesome.
is $40 by itself on Steam. So you saved a crap load of money, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Darksiders is $20.
So this Humble Bundle is like the biggest discount ever for THQ, basically.
Yeah, their stock has risen. As a result of this, their stock has risen about 40% from opening today. So yeah, this was a good move.
So there is some sunshine behind the clouds.
Now, for some bizarre reason, people are still bitching about it, though. I don't get you people.
Who is? Is that like EA who's like,
No.
you're discounting stuff?
No, journalists and commenters and people are just bitching about this, and I don't
It's probably
get
because
it.
they paid for Saints Row the Third at full price, and now people are buying it cheaper, a lot cheaper. It's the same thing when TF2 went free to play. There were a whole bunch of people who had bought the game who were just yelling at their computer screens uselessly.
Fuck them.
Yes, but it happened. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, mainly what they're complaining about is the fact that, you know, all of the Humble Bundles before have been DRM free and platform agnostic for the most part. You can use them Windows, Mac, or Linux even. This one, this one is specifically Windows, and you need Steam. And there's a minimum of $1, but they've been doing that for a while. So anyone bitching about that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Now, there's also the other party that sees this as THQ dying, and it kind of being a last-ditch effort to kind of save the company, and hey, if it is, I don't mind.
It'll keep them alive for another couple days.
It's cool. At least you're doing something decent to try and save your company. Instead of just releasing, like, FBI money pack viruses everywhere. That would be shitty.
That sounds like EA.
Yeah. Well, are they really would they really be taking a massive loss on these anymore? These games they've all been out for a while. All of them have kind of started to slip off of the bestseller chart. So, really, I think their time to make money has pretty much been passed. So now it's just, okay, we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
I mean, it's
I
not
think
like they
that
have to
Saints.
spend
I think
anything
that
on
Saints Row
marketing.
is still kind of on the edge there.
Yeah, it's the closest they have.
Yeah.
It's the closest
Well,
they have to still charting.
I still think it's probably worth more than $5 itself.
No, I agree. Honestly, I would have spent more at just 532 is all I had.
And apparently it's all you needed.
Yeah, the average was 531 when I bought it.
So you just barely beat the.
I barely beat the minimum or the average. Although I will say, even if the average had been like $3, I still would have paid 531.
Paid all of it.
All right. Well, we're gonna make our usual transition from games to piracy copyright stuff now.
Yay.
Yay. But we're gonna start off with good news. Good Canada news. So
Well,
unfortunately, it's
Canada
not
is-
U.S. news.
Well,
But
Canada
it's
is
still good
usually
news.
higher than US in terms of good news.
Canada's usually higher than U.S. geographically.
Usually,
Unless you draw the globe upside down.
unless you count like Alaska as all of the United States, in which case I'm confused now. Anyways,
Anyways, going back to Canada. Canada has, they've limited the liability in non-commercial cases in copyright infringement to $500,000, no, $5,000 for all infringement claims. So no more saying, you stole this song, you owe us $150,000.
you owe us more money than exists.
You owe us more money than exists in the entire world. $5,000 max. And in fact, it's actually likely the court might even pay, or might even award far less, like $100.
It would kind of, I guess it would kind of ruin the point of trying to prove copyright infringement on like really, on the edge of their cases.
Yeah.
Because if you lose, it's like you get, even if you win, you're not getting very much anyway.
Exactly.
You're getting only like peanuts in compared to what you can get here in the U.S.
Now, keep in mind, it is specifically non-commercial cases.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I don't exactly... Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to do that much research into this, so I don't quite know the distinction.
You don't know
there.
exactly what the parameters are.
Yeah, but... Still, it's nice seeing at least something.
As opposed to nothing?
As opposed to, the US's 6 strikes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, luckily, has been delayed. Again.
Do we have more good news?
Yes, we have more good news. The 6 strikes law, or system, sorry, not a law, it's just all the ISPs getting together, it's not a law, it's a system. The 6 strikes system, which was originally set to go live last year, it's been delayed multiple times, but, it's been delayed until 2013. It was actually set to go live last time. It was set to go live, I think, yesterday, or sometime around now. But yeah, they're saying that it's because of Hurricane Sandy. The official position is, the storm has seriously affected our final testing schedules, says the Center for Copyright Infringement, or Information. They say, due to unexpected factors largely stemming from Hurricane Sandy, which have seriously affected our final testing schedules, CCI anticipates that the participating ISPs will begin sending alerts under the copyright alert system in the early part of 2013, rather than by the end of the year. However, there is speculation that that's not exactly the case, and in fact, they are just waiting for a final verdict on shit, I can't remember the case, but there is a case to determine whether or not any information they gain from this would be legally would be allowed in court. Anyways, if it is, then yeah, they're gonna go for it. If not, then no. And it makes sense, because honestly, I don't think Hurricane Sandy would have had that much of an impact. If you're an ISP, you don't have all of your things based in New York, the East Coast. You have some of them, most of them maybe, but not all of them.
Why isn't Neko like our co-host? Neko knows more about this crap than either of us.
Neko knows more about the worldwide affairs.
Indeed. Anyways.
Neko knows anything about worldwide affairs. That automatically makes him more intelligent than we are.
Yeah. I like how US news is always on BBC. I just find that amusing.
Yeah, that's always kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always get my US news from
BBC. It's probably the least likely to be polluted.
Exactly, it's the least biased. As
Yeah.
opposed to Fox, which we may or may not get into in Section 3. I can't remember if I kept that story in.
Which we may or may not bash in just a few hours.
Yes. Yeah, I love the BBC. They're good reporting.
I'm sorry for that one Daily Mail posting. Sorry. Forgive
That was
me.
all your fault.
Hey, it was a ridiculous... Let's move on.
Not even gonna try and explain yourself.
No, I don't need to.
Okay, well, then we'll go to Anonymous, then, shall we? Oh, the Anonymous member, Jeremy Hammond, was behind Stratfor. He faces life imprisonment. He was one of the members of LulzSec. If you somehow don't remember them, I think we did a couple stories on them. I can't actually remember if we had.
Probably.
I can't remember if they were before our time or not.
Before our time.
You know what I mean. Before the newscast's time.
Before we were alive, back in the good old days. That is some serious hair.
Yeah, I know. The best part is, he's actually not that bad looking if he got rid of the hair. Because his face, it's not that bad looking.
That face.
It's just the hair that I've never liked.
I don't know, I think it's the beard that
Dreads
gets me.
like that.
Anyways, that's...
Oh yeah, he's got, yeah, I see that. So anyways, getting back to the story. Judge
This always happens.
Judge Loretta Preska told Jeremy Hammond in a Manhattan courtroom on Tuesday that he could be sentenced to serve anywhere from 360 months to life if convicted on all charges relating to last year's hack of strategic forecasting, Stratfor, a global intelligence company whose servers were infiltrated by LulzSec.
Apparently you're man-crushing again.
Of course. What is 360 months? 30 years. Jeez. 30 years to life.
It's a long damn time.
Yeah. That is a long-ass time.
That is more than 1 year.
Now, according to the indictment, Hammond illegally obtained What's the difference between attaining and obtaining?
Attaining. I feel like I know this. I haven't used that word in a while.
I'll look it up after the show. Hammond illegally obtained credit card information stolen from Stratfor and uploaded it to a server that was maintained by the federal government, supposedly unbeknownst to him. But, yeah, I want to say 30 to life is a bit much. But at the same time...
So you have mixed feelings about this story, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a bit much, but at the same time, it is kind of a lot of really sensitive information, and he did kind of fuck up.
Maybe like a slap on the wrist and to be forced to
Less a slap on the wrist and more a punch in the face, but
a punch in the face and to be forced to sit in a room with Pat Robertson for 5 hours. I think that is a fair trade.
Thank you, both Neko and Fiffles, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
This is, it's times like these where I'm kind of glad that I'm not a judge or anything, where I don't have to figure out what a good conviction.
Well, you would probably have more information than we have here.
Yeah,
I would hope
still,
you do anyways.
Still, I'd be shit. I'd be shit at this.
So we've learned that you're not a good legislator, you're not a good executor, and you're really not a good judge either.
Yeah.
So you can't be in any part of government ever.
Although, yeah, I will agree, Judge Jameson does sound pretty cool.
Yeah,
it almost rolls off the tongue, except for that T.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, I kind of like it, the T there.
I agree, the T makes it unique. It actually does. It just kind of makes it halt a little bit more. I don't know why that's my symbol for halt. I always do that, though.
Stop in the name of France.
Well...
Speaking of France.
Not even.
Oh. Speaking of Kim.com.
Yeah.
We're closer now?
We've got one last story to close us out for part 1 of section 1. And as always, it's kind of a habit now that we end part 1 on Kim.com.
We didn't do it last week because I mentioned it, and you were like, screw you.
I need to change this up. Oh, well, Kim.com, a man with a name so rancid that I feel dirty saying it, has claimed entrapment by the U.S. authorities. And, I kind of have to agree with him on this one.
Is he being entrapped?
Kim.com says, says that his new assault will be based on revelations that Mega Upload actively cooperated with U.S. authorities on several piracy cases, one of which concerned an outfit named Ninja Video, which used Mega Upload to store some of its files. Mega Upload was asked by the DOJ to preserve those files to assist the ongoing investigation. Later, however, same files were listed among those said to be examples of Mega Upload hosting pirated files and are being charged against them. I will kind of agree with him there.
This isn't as good as, like, the drama going on with the scandal in the military. It's not as good. I can't make this into a sitcom or a soap opera. It would be just too damn boring.
Well, I don't blame you. Kim.com really doesn't deserve a soap opera. I barely like covering him just because his name is so amazingly retarded that every time I say it, I just feel like I've killed off a couple brain cells.
Well, you probably have.
Yeah.
Had to smoke some weed to get them back.
But, now, granted, the argument isn't quite that simple. Mega Upload did retain the Ninja video files to assist with the copyright thing. However, copies of the same files were also found elsewhere on the servers. Logically, not exactly the same files for the case, because logically you'd only need one copy of the files. You don't need them to be backed up everywhere around your server.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a good point, still.
Yeah.
And I really want to see them actually sue the US government or the MPAA or someone for $2.6 billion in damages for the destruction of the business. That would be neat. Especially to see if they won.
All I know is that whatever money won in the case has to go to the judge that is fighting between Apple and Samsung, because she still deserves more money.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that just be the greatest thing ever?
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on that.
Alright. We will be right back after this quick break to just load everything up.
Yep.
See you in a second.